Before he became a civil rights attorney, before he became the first Latino to serve on the Montgomery County Council and as Maryland Labor Secretary, before he prosecuted police brutality as Assistant Attorney General, and before President Obama called him one of the best secretaries of labor in U.S. history, Tom Perez paid his way through college working off the side of a garbage truck just like this one.
I also stocked shelves in a warehouse, umpired baseball games, and staffed the cash register at a pharmacy. And for over 25 years, I've lived in this house right here in Montgomery County. It's where we put down roots, raised a family, and built a life. But my story begins in this house. And in the summer of 1974, my life changed forever. I was 12 years old when my dad died very suddenly. My mom was hospitalized roughly a month later. And I learned from that experience that time is the most precious asset we have. And I want to make sure I use every day of my life to give back.
My dad was always present in our lives. He was our basketball coach, and that was every Saturday. And he could have been traveling to a different place every day that week for the job, and he would never once miss a game. He's always instilled in us that we are incredibly fortunate, and the only thing that you can do with that kind of privilege is to give back and advocate on behalf of people who don't have it.
After law school, I wanted to enter public service. I wanted to make a difference. And so when I was offered a job as a civil rights prosecutor at the Department of Justice, that was my dream job.
I worked with Tom Perez in the Civil Rights Division of the U.S. Department of Justice. Together, we worked on hate crimes cases in Texas, worked on cross burnings in Illinois, police misconduct in Louisiana. And in every one of those cases, Tom was a leader or a trusted partner because I knew that he would always be ensuring that we were aiming toward fairness, toward justice, toward doing the right thing.
So when President Obama asked me to lead the Civil Rights Division a few years later, it was the honor of a lifetime.
When Tom took over the Civil Rights Division, he not only rebuilt it from the ground up, he made it even stronger.
I've known Tom for about 30 years. Civil rights is part of his DNA. He's been involved, he's been engaged, and all of that time, he's never changed.
After President Obama was reelected in 2012, he asked me to join his cabinet as Labor Secretary. And I'm so glad that he did, because the Labor Department was all about helping working people, all about making sure that everybody had access to opportunity.
Tom Perez has been, I believe, one of the best Secretaries of Labor in our history. He is tireless. He is wicked smart. I mean, if you look at his body of work on behalf of working people, he has been extraordinary.
My parents came here as immigrants from the Dominican Republic. I never would have dreamed in a million years that the President of the United States would have given me the opportunity to make such a difference. We did get a lot done, but there's so much more to do. I want to build a Maryland where everyone has access to quality education and quality, affordable health care, where zip code never determines destiny. A Maryland where everyone has access to a good job, where unions thrive and small businesses succeed. A Maryland where we take on climate change and put people to work doing it. A Maryland where people feel safe in their communities and justice is indeed equal for all. My entire life has been about making government work and helping people. And that's exactly what I'll do as your governor.
Tom is just probably the person with the clearest moral compass of anyone I've ever had the chance to get to know and to work with.
He really does just care about people and about leaving the world so much better than how he found it.
He's the kind of person we really want as our governor.
This is a guy that we need for governor.
His story reminds us of this country's promise, that if you're willing to work hard, it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your last name is, you can make it if you try. And Tom's made protecting that promise for everybody the cause of his life.
Tom Perez, Democrat, for governor.